Welcome back to Deano's Garage, and now today we're looking at the VFR 800 that I've just recently acquired. Now on the VFR 800, and with most Hondas around that sort of late 90s going into the early 2000s, with the typical silver conventional fork legs, the fork legs end up with the sort of peeling away silver paint. Now today we're going to be looking at that problem and then how we overcome that. So what we're going to be doing, and as you can probably see from that camera shot, the front wheel's already been taken off, the calipers have already been zip tied up out the way. What we are going to be doing is basically exposing just those lower fork legs, masking things up around it, giving them a good key, and then we're going to give them some decent spray of silver paint to bring them back looking like new. So welcome to Deano's Garage again. Let's get cracking with this little project. So as you can see, I've got the bike on a jack just to take the weight off the front so I could get the front wheel off, and then just for extra safety I've put these pieces of wood there just so the forks can come down on there. So front wheel's off, brake calipers are tied back as we can see here with zip ties, just so they don't dangle and they're not hanging under their own weight. They're actually, you know, suspended with the zip ties to the bike there. You don't want to leave your calipers hanging so all the weight is on those brake lines. But there we see the forks, they have been completely exposed now, and it'll be nice and easy for me to clean. I have just gone over these with wire wool, but you can see, you know, this bike's done 21,000 miles. Yes, it's, you know, an older bike, but 21,000 miles, yet them forks have pretty much had it in the sense of paint quality all over. And this is, like I say, a pretty common thing with Hondas. Just look at the inside of those there, you can see paint's all peeled off. Now I've gone over a wire wool just to give it some key for the new paint to go onto, but also to remove any loose paint at all. But you know, around the backs of here, this is the worst, because once that mudguard is on, no one can ever clean up into these areas, so they never get cleaned, and if the paint quality is not great, it just peels away over time with a bit of salt. Doesn't need much winter weather to get a bit of salt in there, and yeah, you can see. So what we're going to do now is just clean those forks. Because I have used wire wool, I'm going to clean those forks, remove any bits of wire wool that might be on there, any grime, grease, anything like that, clean them right down, and then we'll be ready to prop it back up again just a little bit on that jack, so I can swivel those forks around and then spray them as we go. And I'll do about 4 very light mist coats just to give it a real nice coating. But first we need to mask things up to protect everything else. So let's get cleaning first. So now the bike's all masked up, as we can see, I can get on and shake that spray paint for a good few minutes, and then we can get on and spray these legs. As I say, I'll be doing about 4 light coats. It's a very nice warm day, and luckily I'm not in the direct sunlight there because of the literal shadow of the bike itself, so we should be fine. And so there we go, that is the fork legs now sprayed in that silver paint, and as you can see they're all very clean, very bright and pretty much looking like new. And so there we are, that is the fork legs now all painted, masking all off and out the way, and you can pretty much see that these now look lovely and bright, and as they would have been brand new and straight out of the factory. This silver's probably a little bit brighter and a little bit more sort of, you know, a lighter shade if you like than the original, but actually I really like just how clean and bright this looks. So let's get that wheel back on now, and I'll probably clean up a few things as I put that wheel on, like the brake calipers and stuff, but yeah, let's get it all back together. And so there we are, that's the bike finished now. Front mudguard, calipers, etc. all back on, and I think you'll agree those lower legs look like they're brand new, and pretty much the rest of the bike looks pretty new. It is a 2003 Honda VFR 800, but it really is in great cosmetic condition, and I'll just go through and, you know, check out any little details that I think need to be cleaned up and sorted out to make sure it stays that way. So as always, thanks for watching Deano's Garage. Please subscribe to the channel. There are loads more videos where you will find lots of helpful hints and tips, and as always, I'm, you know, here to hear your comments, so share your comments on my YouTube channel. But as always, thanks for watching.